Hi, this is MDW Group 4. My name is Tristan.
My name is Amir.
My name is Atir.
My name is Ankit.
And lastly, my name is Xiong Chun.
And today will be the company that we'll be talking about for our DNI is Sony. Sony's inclusion statement is it is in Sony's DNA and a source of our innovation to value different perspectives and backgrounds as we conduct our business activities globally and rise to new challenges. Next slide. Sony defines D&I as respecting employees with diverse backgrounds, stimulating innovation, and drives Sony's creation of social value. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are encoded in Sony's DNA and shape a vibrant corporate culture. Sony continues to grow as a team of individuals with one goal: to fill the world with emotion. Next. Sony has taken actions such as hiring people from diverse backgrounds. Sony employs individuals from diverse backgrounds. Not only do they train them, but they recognize and respect employees' differences and provide them such support as perks and benefits. The next action they have also taken is doing events. Events including seminars, workshops, fairs, and other experiences to promote diversity and inclusion. One example is Diversity Week. It is an initiative by Sony that promotes and celebrates diversity within the workplace. Having many events such as the LGBTQ+ workshop, the Women Leaders Meeting, Unconscious Bias and Supportive Supervisors and Working Mothers Meeting empowers employees and allows them to have a barrier-free workplace with no discrimination. Next slide. These actions lead to lesser unconscious biasness among staff and greater levels of diversity in workplace as they have learned from the events, and it raises awareness on issues such as gender, race, sexuality, and disabilities when holding these events, and allows all employees to embrace their own and other employees' identities. Building up an organization that can integrate a wide range of opinions from diversified viewpoints. Next speaker.
Diversity and inclusion in Sony is promoted by Diversity Initiative for Value Innovation at Sony, or also known as DIVI at Sony. DIVI at Sony is a project that is initiated and conducted by employees in Japan. It's to promote diversity and inclusion through seeing issues through the perspective of employees. The overall purpose of this project is to improve the work environment and ensure that there is equality. Next slide. One initiative taken to meet the mission is the Gender Focus Project. The initial focus of DIVI at Sony was to promote gender equality, to encourage female employees to actively participate. To understand what female employees are going through, interviews and surveys were conducted. The results of these interviews and surveys were used to identify the challenges faced by females and finding for solutions to overcome it. The two solutions that were implemented were roundtable discussions and seminars and trainings. Next slide.
So the first solution is roundtable discussions, which increases understanding and awareness of the challenges female employees face to the management. It also is a forum for discussion regarding career support for female. Next, the next solution assists to form networks among female management and ensure everyone has the same mindset regarding equality. It also increases knowledge about others of different backgrounds to prevent stereotypes and microaggressions. Okay, next slide. So the outcomes is the main three is higher participation rate amongst employees, especially female, increased awareness on gender bias towards females, and allowing employees to understand the importance of teamwork. Next speaker.
So there are some perspectives from the Sony employees through the interview. So the first interviewee is the Tomo Kimura. She's from the Sony childcare teams. She thinks that Sony is a company that concern and focus about the gender equality. Sony also giving leave for the father, but not only a mother. Besides that, she also recommend that the employees should lead the activity, and the Sony accept her recommends. The second interviewee is Yuji Tabuji. He is a Sony nursing teams. So before he joined the Sony nursing team, once his mom was sick, and it was a heavy sick. Then so this make him cannot focus on his job. After Sony knows that, Sony start to concern about this and created and established the nursing teams to make sure to concern employees nursing care and work-life balance. So for the third interviewee is Michel Henschel. So he is from the global Sony teams. So he think that Sony has giving chance to all the foreign workers to perform their talents and skill. So beside that, Sony also provide chance to let them know how to communicate to local workers. The key takeaway from as the Tabuji, Kimura, and Michelle, they think that they're getting more opportunity when they involve themselves on the DV activities. They found Sony had already achieved a gender equity, not only for girl but also guy. They thought that DV Sony really helping all the employees learn how to communicate and collaborate with other employees that from different nations, race. They feel that DV Sony activities promote understanding of D&I throughout the company and lead to greater diversity among employees. For next.
In our opinion, the DV at Sony initiative is a good initiative to help improve diversity and inclusion within Sony. Under the Deloitte Diversity and Inclusion Maturity Model, we think that DV at Sony is at level 3, leader-led. This is because the upper echelon within Sony identified from the start that there may be some issues that will arise due to the diversity of the employees. Hence, they felt that it was necessary to address these issues to improve the working environment within the company. When DV at Sony was first introduced, they used diversity officers. However, the company president was personally involved with the team. This shows that the highest levels of management believe that prioritizing diversity and inclusion within the company will be beneficial in the long run. This further expanded to include the input and participation of a larger number of higher level managers, and so far still has the support of the highest ranking members in the corporation. They also have already worked on the initial goal, which was to improve the career aspects for women employees through their thorough research on the actual working conditions, and by working directly with employees to obtain their opinions instead of through the HR team. They've also expanded to tackle other issues in the workplace, such as trying to employ more people with disabilities and improving the employees' work-life balance. Though there are some limitations to this initiative, next slide. It's difficult to change a person's values and internal biases quickly. Hence, the message that DV at Sony needs to get through to their employees will take time to internalize and take effect. This affects the effectiveness of their training workshops, since these are mass events with a lot of attendees, and it's hard to know whether the attendants have really understood what they've learned. The DV at Sony initiative is corporation-wide and is done through top-down communication, as there are a handful of people in charge of the initiative in comparison to the large thousands of employees working under Sony. Due to the large number of people involved in a corporation as large as Sony, there will be bureaucracy which would slow down the implementation or improvements that will be brought about through DV. Currently, the DV at Sony initiative focuses on improving the workplace diversity and inclusion issues at the lower echelon of the corporation along the horizontal aspect, which is where most of the employees are at.
However, we think that DVH Sony does not integrate with and does not make as much effort to bring about change within the higher level management of the corporation. Hence, that is why we think that DVH Sony is not at the level 4 integrated stage in the diversity and inclusion maturity model. Next. These are our references. Thank you.